It was the most virulent, deadly viral outbreak the world had ever seen. When the affliction began to finally relent, 2/3 of the planet's population, 4.2 billion people, were gone. For those left after, the new epidemic was one of moral degradation, survival by any and all means, a pandemic of the inhumane. But small patches of hope sprouted from the fallow ashes of what once was. And for some, our humanity remained the only thing worth fighting for.
And I've got to be honest, it's not looking good. With all the fighting we've been forced into lately, it's draining our stock of ammunition. And if we don't find supplies quick, we're going to be forced to fight the crowns with rocks and harsh language.
And I bet Kate would just love that. She'd probably try and wash all our mouths out with soap.
She could try.
Oh, I'd pay good money to see that.
All right, let's focus here. We have a dwindling stock of ammunition, and the crowns are closing in. We have to figure this out.
Well, I don't know how to solve it. Between us and the crowns, this city is dry as far as bullets go.
And we cleaned out Withicum and the air base a long time ago. The next closest base I can think of is Lewis McCord. And that's assuming they haven't been cleaned out by scavengers. And we'd have to get through the crown territory just to get there and back.
There's Umatilla, but we have the same set of problems. In fact, any place we think of, it's going to give us a hell of a time with no guarantee of success.
If we take a roundabout route, we could bypass the crowns and make it to Umatilla. But that's going to be a 2 or 3 day trip, provided we don't run into any trouble, and we'll need a few trucks.
It's Ellensburg all over again.
I got an idea. It's not perfect, but it's something.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. Let's hear it.
How do you guys feel about archery? You know, Robin Hood style, bows, arrows.
Wait. You want us to fight the crowns with freaking bows and arrows? Are you serious here? Casey, that's crazy. We might as well use slingshots.
Things keep going the way they are, and we might have to.
Like I said, it's not ideal, but I can make them a bit more effective and fun by adding explosives.
Like the Dukes of Hazzard. Nice! I call Bo Duke.
If you guys are even half as good with a bow as you are with the gun, we could cripple the crowns for at least long enough for you to maybe go and check out some of those bases.
I don't think we're going to come up with a better solution at this point.
How big a boom are we talking about here?
Big enough to make some of their vehicles completely worthless.
So then the question is, where do we find what we need?
Any place that used to sell hunting gear would be a good place to start.
Well, there's that archery place in Milwaukee. It's near the high school. We could probably find stuff there.
What about that place in Tualatin? That place was a hunting and fishing heaven. I bet we could find a ton of stuff there.
That's quite a trip, and we don't know how bad things were down there. We've stayed mostly central for the last few years. We haven't even gone west hardly at all. Just the one trip to Hillsborough that one time. I mean, things could be worse than Gresham.
Can we make that the last time we mention Gresham?
It'll be fine. That place is right off the freeway, right? We shouldn't have to go that far, and we'd probably be gone before anyone even knew we were there. And we could potentially get a lot more. Maybe even some bullets for the handguns at the very least. Plus sleeping bags, canteens. Isn't it worth the trip?
He's right. There weren't many places like that in the city, so it's worth it to go have a look, even if there's a sliver of a chance.
Agreed. Casey, get us a shopping list. Alan, you and I can head down the road to Milwaukee and check out that place. Wheeler, you and Shawna can head into Tualatin.
Whoa, no. She is not ready for this. I'll go with him.
Buddy, as much as I would love to have you back in the field, Nicole hasn't cleared you yet. And I appreciate that you're trying to look out for her, but if Shawna's going to be part of our community, then she needs to pull her weight just like everyone else.
She can pull her weight with me. She can ride with me, and we'll check out the Clackamas area. I know they have a couple of sporting goods stores, and
I just said that Nicole has it. Can you guys give us the room?
Mommy, Daddy, please don't fight.
If they get divorced, we get 2 Christmases.
Yay!
Brother, I know that you're just trying to look out for Shawna because of what happened to her down in Oregon City, but I think you might be going a bit overboard. She's fully capable of handling this.
And what if something happens down there? What if she gets hurt?
She's not going alone. Wheeler will be with her. And like he said, the place is right off the freeway. Even if Tualatin was worse than Gresham, the ghouls have almost all died off by now. And they aren't going to go that far into the city. Chances are the place was picked clean anyway, so they'll be back by dinner.
And what if they run into some unfriendlies?
Okay, you're starting to sound like an overprotective father.
Well,
here.
maybe...
Matt, would you feel better if I sent Kate?
Well, no. Obviously. But
do you think that Kate is more capable than Shawna?
Fox, I know what you're doing here, and I don't appreciate it at all.
I'm sorry, but... Okay, how about this? I'll call Shawna up here, and you can tell her that she can't go with Wheeler because you don't think that she can handle herself. I'm sure she'd love to hear you mansplain why she's better off staying here at camp.
Oh, you can be a real ass sometimes, you know that.
It doesn't mean I'm wrong.
All right. Fine. You made your point. But I want you to know that I am not happy about this.
Noted.
So here's a list of everything to look out for. Whatever you can find will help. And here's your weapon.
Cool.
No, it's not cool. It's a dangerous weapon, and you need to respect it. It's not a toy. Casey said that she trained you in the basics, but it stays in the holster unless it is absolutely necessary. Understood?
Yeah.
Shawna, I mean it.
I'm not an idiot, Matt. See? Safety's on, and now it's tucked away all safe and sound. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. I'll be back before you know it.
Just, please be careful.
Yes, Dad.
Don't worry, Abs. I'll be back in no time. Hey, Cohen.
Wheeler, listen. You make sure that you watch out for Shawna. I am trusting you with her. Don't let me down.
You got it, Mr. Cohen. I'll be sure to have her home by 11.
I am serious here, Wheeler. Don't take any chances. You go to Tualatin and you come straight back. No side trips, got it?
I promise, Mr. Cohen, that she'll be safe with me. You have my phone number, and I'll text you when we get to the restaurant and when we leave, so you know when we're on our way. I swear when she comes home, she'll still be as pure as the driven snow.
Damn it, Wheeler! If anything happens to her, I'm holding you personally responsible.
What is going on with him? He's being super paranoid.
A little bit. Hey, you want to see his head explode? Watch this. Okay, there's no easy way to ask this, so I'm just going to throw it out there. What is your deal? Schizophrenia? Anxiety? OCD? ADHD? PTSD?
Excuse me?
I have this sort of superpower where I can read people and know who they are and what they're about. Like, I'm usually able to tell if someone's telling the truth or not. But I've been trying to figure you out since you joined us, and I can't get a read on you. You're like this weird mix of stuff I can't sort out. So I figured you probably had some kind of mental or behavioral tick, and I just wanted to know what it was.
So you figure you'll just jump right in with the most private and personal questions, and that's okay?
Okay, I suppose it could have worked up to it. But that takes way too long, and we don't have that far to go.
And you think that's enough to get me just to open up and tell you my whole life story?
Okay, how about I start then? I live with bipolar. It's rough sometimes, but I take medication. I got people watching out for me to make it easier. My parents were solid. They loved each other until the day they died. and supported me in everything I chose to pursue, no matter how idiotic it might have seemed at the time. I was a pretty good kid most of the time, had pretty good grades in school, though there was that bow tie phase I got my ass beat a few times for. Love me some tater tots, mac and cheese, and would take a good scotch or whiskey over a beer any day. So that's me in a nutshell. Oh yeah, I'm extremely ticklish on my sides.
This feels like the weirdest first date ever.
I guarantee it gets weirder.
Let's not tempt fate.
Probably a good idea, but we're getting off topic. I'm sorry for being so blunt earlier, but like I said, I just can't get a beat on you. I've actually started to think you're some kind of spy or a robot?
How do you know I'm not?
Wait, what?
How do you know I'm not a robot spy? Maybe I've been sent to infiltrate the group to find out all your weaknesses so the government can come and destroy you all. Maybe I'm here to find out how all you managed to survive the virus, so I can recommend you all be taken in so we can turn you all into mindless slaves for Gaia.
I can't tell if you're messing with me or not.
I'm definitely messing with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, don't do that again.
No promises.
Seriously, what is your story?
I don't know that I really have one. I mean, I'm no one special or anything. I went to school in Oregon City, graduated, and had plans to go to college, but I couldn't get the scholarship I tried for, so I went to community college. After 2 years, I managed to get my scholarship, and I was supposed to go to USC, and then the world ended.
What were you planning on studying?
Human behavior, social sciences, and psychology. I was also going to minor in theater. I'd been acting in every play since I was in 5th grade. If there was a production, I had to be a part of it. I loved acting. It was always so much fun.
Why would you want to study human behavior?
Because I find it fascinating. Or, well, I did anyway. Now, I think I've seen way too much bad in people.
I think I understand how you survive Stencil now.
How's that?
Well, your love of acting, and because you studied human nature. You were able to navigate the farm and blend in without calling attention to yourself.
It wasn't that hard.
Maybe not in the beginning, but the longer you were there, the higher probability that you might have started to believe it all. If we all hadn't come down, you might have just figured it was easier to give in than get out.
I guess so. Look, not to be rude, but I really don't want to talk about any of that anymore.
Okay. If you ever need to unload, I'm a pretty good listener, no judgment or anything like that.
I appreciate that, Wheeler. Thank you. So, what's your plan here?
Well, I think our best option is just to roll through the parking lot. We'll take a quick look and see if it's worth getting out of the truck. The hope here is that we'll find some weapons we can use, bows, arrows, and things like that. And if we're lucky, we'll find tons of camping gear that we can use. Lamps, batteries would be nice, sleeping bags, canteens, things like that. But the prize is hunting bows and arrows.
Why do we need bows? Don't we have military rifles?
Yeah, we've got quite a few of those, but without any bullets, they're kind of useless. All the fighting we've been doing is really thinning out our supplies, and there isn't a place close enough by where we can stock up. Casey thinks we can rig up some explosives that can be used with the arrows, and hopefully that'll keep the crowns at bay for a bit.
You think she can actually do that?
I saw her rig up something that blew up one of the cable car pylons at OHSU. She says she can do it, and she can do it.
Then maybe we should hurry and get her what she needs.
That's the plan. So, know any good road trip songs? What do you think?
I'm actually surprised that it looks intact.
Yeah, me too.
Should we go inside?
Think it's the only way we can be sure. Let me turn this bad boy around and back up to the door. Hang on. There we go. Now if we need to get out in a hurry, I won't have to do any fancy driving.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well last time now, did it?
What are you talking about? I got the crowns dead on.
And you nearly killed both of us in the process.
Psh, minor details. Come on.
It is so eerie out here. It's so quiet and creepy, even in the daylight.
You been downtown lately? Now that's creepy.
So how do we get in?
Oh, that's easy. I brought a key.
That's a hammer.
Semantics. After you.
Wow. I wasn't expecting this. I figured there'd be nothing on the shelves and trash scattered everywhere.
Right? I thought for sure this was going to be a big waste of time. During the fall, people hoarded just about everything they could get their hands on. I'd bet this place didn't even have a single rifle left on the shelves. But no one thought about survival gear because we live in a city.
Hey, check this out. You ever have one of these?
Dude, astronaut ice cream? Sweet! Let me have one. Oh, that's good.
But there's a bunch more in the back.
Ooh, jerky! Trail mix! Maybe we won't starve after all. Okay, let's get organized a bit. First, let's find weapons. Then we can start loading up everything else. This is so good. I'm just gonna take another one for later.
Here we go! Wow, there's a lot more than I thought there'd be.
Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. I like this one. Good draw weight. Okay, I'm gonna go get a cart and we can start loading all this up. After that, we'll work on gathering more stuff. And then we can look in the back.
Sounds good.
Hey, Shawna,
Over here.
did you find any more food?
I found some more jerky and stuff, but I was just thinking about the fact that it's getting colder. And even though you were grabbing sleeping bags and kerosene, I thought maybe people could use some good boots. So I figured,
Oh, you're a freaking genius. I bet they'd love socks, too.
try those boxes.
Bingo! Hold on. Let me grab a couple of carts. We'll load them up, and that'll make things faster.
I think we can get it all in 2 or 3 trips.
5 at most. I see more of these little kerosene canisters over there. I don't want to leave them behind. Every little bit helps, you know.
Why don't you take this load to the truck, and I'll get the next load ready.
Got it. Shawna, get down!
Is it the Crowns?
I don't think so. But they ain't friendly either.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Bunch of stinking thieves, that's what they are.
Hey! Listen! We didn't know anyone was here. We're just trying to find supplies and help our people.
Well, you made a big mistake.
This doesn't have to get ugly. We can leave you in peace. Just let us get in our truck and you'll never see us again.
Oh, that ain't happening. That's way too nice of a vehicle to let go of.
What do we do?
I don't know yet. We don't know how many of them are out there. Sounded like just 2, but there could be more.
Why don't you come out now? We don't need to make this drag out.
Okay, listen. I'm going to try to talk these guys down and maybe try and get us out of this. I need you to stay calm and follow my lead. Don't do or say anything unless I say. Got it?
You think it'll work?
Maybe?
I was afraid of that. Let's try this. Gentlemen,
What are you doing?
I need you to listen very carefully here. We don't want any more trouble, but if you insist on pursuing this course of action, then I feel it only fair to warn you of a couple things. First, both my parents were survivalists and I've been training to shoot my entire life. Second, I served in Afghanistan and have 75 confirmed kills. Next, I'm holding a 50 cal Desert Eagle and I will blow your head clean off your shoulders. And finally, my associate was a Marine Special Forces sniper and has used my distraction to get you two in his sights. All I have to do is signal him, and this ends very messily for you. So, before we continue this discussion, I'd like you to take a moment and ask yourself if a few sleeping bags and canteens are worth losing your lives for. Think hard. I'll give you a moment to consider it. Then, I'm going to ask you to drop your weapons on the ground and leave the store. When we're gone, you'll be able to come back and get them.
How do we know you'll keep your word?
Because if I really wanted to, I could just kill you both and take them.
Okay. You win. We're putting our guns down. Just don't shoot, okay?
I promise you that we'll be as quick as possible. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, my heart is beating so fast. I can't believe that worked. I thought for sure they were going to call my bluff. Oh boy, I'm kind of dizzy. That was so intense.
Here, sit down, put your head down and breathe. That was hands down the most badass thing I have ever seen. You're a genius, you know that? Oh, I can't wait to see Cohen's face when I tell him what you did.
Actually, do you think we could keep this between us? Cohen's been kind of protective of me, and I don't want to give him any reason to make me stay put when I could be out helping everyone. Besides, he might have an aneurysm if he hears about this.
Now I really want to tell him. Come on, let's get what we came for and get out of here before those mouth breathers decide to get reinforcements. Oh, and just so you know, that's not a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, I know. I'm not an idiot.
Hey, not bad. You guys did better than Alan and Fox. Is that an astronaut ice cream sandwich? Give me that!
Hey, calm down. We got a bunch of them.
Mine?
Oh, thank God you're back. Are you okay?
Of course I'm okay. Nothing happened. And look at all the stuff we managed to find. We got sleeping bags and kerosene and batteries, and we even managed to find a little bit of food.
Hey, Cohen, I'm okay too.
That is very impressive.
Yep, never felt better in my life.
I told you I could take care of myself. Now, maybe you'll let me on some of those scouting missions?
Not even a scratch.
We'll discuss it. Hey, Wheeler, thanks for taking care of her for me.
Buddy, she took care of me out there.
Wheeler.
What's he talking about? What are you talking about?
Nothing. I think he's off his meds.
Shawna, there are two things you need to know about me. Number one, I think people should be recognized for what they do. And you did something amazing. And number two...
He loves to stir up trouble.
Right? So there we are getting all the supplies, and these two wannabe cowboys come in and start shooting at us.
What? You promised you wouldn't say anything.
You sure about that? Because I don't recall promising anything.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Line forms behind me. Now give me that fake ice cream, you jerk!
Homestead, Episode 4, Do You Feel Lucky? Written, directed, and produced by James Robinson. Story by James Robinson, Travis Box, and Danny Hedham. Music by Me You. This episode starred Danny Hedham as Wheeler, Brittany Jones as Shawna, Travis Box as Cohen, James Robinson as Fox, Justin Mansfield as Alan, and CJ Sumner as Casey. Homestead is a Not Another Podcast production.